Hello, everyone, and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for our second quarterfinal game of the night. Big one coming up here as we have the PEI All-Stars taking on the Kitchener Panthers. PEI All-Stars, a team put together of the best players of the Prince Edward Island, taking on Kitchener. So Kitchener, an Ontario team, one of the top teams in this tournament, coming in here. Very impressive record so far. Bit of a loss last night against Kentville, but other than that, have been very impressive this tournament. So we are getting ready to go here as I'll read you the starting lineups and they get set down on the field. The PEI All-Stars starting with Jack McKenzie, number 35, the center fielder, will be leading off for us here. 85, Nolan Ryan, left field. Gabe Penelvor, DH, number 56 there. Tyler Taylor will be batting fourth, the first baseman. It's number 64 there. Dylan Worth, the shortstop, will be hitting fifth, number 63. Ben McDougall, the second baseman, will be following him up, number 86. Number 81, Chad Gaudet, will be the right fielder, and he will be batting seventh. Connor Elizabeth, the third baseman, will be batting eighth, number 65. Liam Label, the catcher, will be finishing off here, ninth, number 59 there. And then Isaac Compton will be the pitcher here tonight. And this is the quarterfinal game, and it comes down to this. National stage, winner go home, round robin's done. We're heading to Sunday. Which team will meet us there? We will find out very shortly. Kitchener Panthers, like I said, one of the top three teams in this tournament, highly seeded. You know those Ontario teams, lots of bodies to pick from there. And we are ready to read off the lineup for them. It'll be Will Poland, the right fielder, number 67, will be leading us off. Blake Jacklin, the center fielder, number 36, will be following him up. Eric Martin, the DH, in that coveted 3 position, number 80. Simon Greenberg, the left fielder, number 52. Following him up fifth, Tyler Henriquez, the shortstop, number 58. Number 47, AJ Karasas, the third baseman, will be batting sixth. Followed up by number 2, Robbie Gauthier, the first baseman. Catcher Ben Salazar will be following that up to the 8th position. And then to finish us off, David Polson, the second baseman, number 66. It'll be Teddy Brimcombe who will be the pitcher here tonight, number 68, as we see the meeting of the minds there at home plate. Just about set to go here. We just had an absolute barn burner of a game in our first quarterfinal as we saw Newmarket sneak right on by Manitoba there as a very close play at the plate. A tag that some have been saying safe, some have been saying out. Hasn't really heard much of a distinct opinion on that one yet. If you want to check that out, head to the High Button Twitter account, and we have the clip there, I believe, if you want to check that out. If not, Matt Dooliday on Twitter will have a screenshot of this controversial call that sent Manitoba all the way home on that flight earlier. Or later, I suppose, as I don't know if they're staying overnight, but nonetheless, they won't be playing tomorrow, unlike the Newmarket team. So let's see if the Ontario 2 team here will be joining them. Kitchener will be very shortly as we just wait for the managers to finish up at home plate, and we'll be back with you in a couple minutes for the start of the game. Can't wait to see you then. All right, folks, and here we go. We are just about ready to go as the leadoff man, Jack McKenzie, will head out there, the center fielder. Ready to go, stepping into that right-hander's hitter's box. And the Kitchener faithful are getting loud over there as we get set for first pitch here at just about 8:13 p.m. About 15 minutes past initial time, and we'll get going here. A big swing off the bat there. That one's going to cut up the middle. Will they be able to get to that? They won't, and that'll be a quick little single on the first pitch of the day. All right, PEI All-Stars. Let's see what you got. Good little leadoff bat there for Jack McKenzie, the center fielder, and then he'll have his fellow fielder Nolan Ryan out there, number 85. So, one pitch, one man on. As the pitcher here for the Kitchener Panthers, Teddy Brimblecombe. Phenomenal name, I must say. And that pitch is in there high. Ball. And I'm sure similar to last night and the night before, we'll feel some emotion here, especially with the season on the line for these teams. No more round robin. It all comes down to this, folks. That pitch is in there and a foul back. All the way over to the Kitchener team as they hang out in the dugout. Not a single butt on the bench as every member of that team pumped up, and a full season of prepping, trying to make it to this moment, comes down to this elimination game, and this is what it's all about. This could be some of the biggest games of these boys' lives out here. So let's make it a good one. 1-1 count. That one in high, and that's going to bounce a little back, and they're going to try to go for it from second. Catcher's going to make a throw out. That one's going to bounce in. And the shortstop with a heads-up play, not going to let that pass, but that's a man on second with no outs. 2 balls, 1 strike. As maybe a little bit of nerves coming into play there. Catcher had a pitch right to the glove, kind of bobbled it a little high, and allows that man to get into scoring position with no outs. The shortstop, Henriquez, good heads-up play, getting back there. That could have been turned into a 2-bag steal, which would have not been ideal. But nonetheless, we're in here again, and that one in for a strike. 2-2 count here. As this place fills up. Like I said, great atmosphere at Beasley Field. You love to see some great atmosphere for some baseball games. The local teams hosting, and that one a nice little foul bounce back immediately, so we'll stay on that 2-2 count. No out. And we'll see if the cheering keeps up on the Kitchener side. I presume it will. As a nice long pause there by Brimblecombe. Finally pitch in. That one swung on, and that'll be a strikeout. K on the board. And that'll be the first strikeout of the game. Obviously only our second batter, but a nice little pitch in there. Gets him on the 2-2 count. That pitch in there for a big cut. Won't go for him. 1 strike to start. So 1 out here. 1 strike. That ball in just a tad low. Not a bad pitch coming in near the knees with velocity. Not good enough to get the arm up in the ump. Stares that down, that man on second base. That pitch coming in a little high, so it'll be a 3-1 count here. Oh, looks like it'll be a 2-1 as they a little quicker to the updating on the scoreboard to my right than I anticipated, but it'll be a 2-1 count here. That pitch coming in, foul back, 2-2 count now. As it is retrieved by the man in the on-deck circle. So the ball boys have gone home, I suppose. Nice summer night like tonight. Carnival in the background, sun going down, and a big game being played on the Beasley Field as we wait once again. Brimblecombe. Pitch in. That one swung on, fouled off to the right side. Into the little hill we have here at Beasley Field. Many parents and fans alike have parked themselves on that field and gotten the side view of this tournament. It's been a popular spot for spectators and everyone alike. As we wait for that next pitch to come in, 2-2 count, 1 out. That one, little check swing, not quite getting the bat around, but a little fake with the elbows by the batter down there. Penvalor, the DH. DH meant to come in here and provide some offense. He's got a man on second and another foul back there. Full count, 1 out. So man in scoring position, 1 out, full count. As we await our next pitch, and Brimblecombe, a man who likes to take his time down there. That one comes in, swung on, fouled off to the left side. So just a second ahead of that one. Full count, he'll be swinging, I assume here. And the man on second with a lead about halfway down to third. He's not afraid to run, even though there's only 1 out. Some speed on the bags, perhaps. Ball coming in. That one swung on once again. Fouled back. Will it reach our bleachers? It does, and a nice catch in the crowd with the bare hand. Right by the track and field track back there is the two-handed bare hand catch from the crowd. One of the best parts about baseball. Very interactive. There's kids running around this place trying to catch those balls. Adults now. That one over the outside of the plate, and that'll be a walk down, and that'll be 2 men on here at the top half of the first inning with only 1 out. Nice 7-pitch walk there for Penvalor. The DH does his job, gets on the bag. And now it'll be Tyler Taylor, the first baseman, who's batting fourth. So Taylor in a good position here, 2 men on. Worst thing you want is a ground out to that right side for the potential double play. Instead, he's going to put a charge into that one, going to send it all the way back. That one into the mitt on the right side. And that thrown back in, and no tag up by either of the gentlemen on second and third. So a good little pop off the bat there, but tough place to hit home runs at. We got 325 out to the right side, and let me tell you, the wind coming off the water down there is keeping the balls on the warning track. We've seen about at least 12 or to 15 warning track balls. That one comes in for a ball. We've seen 12 to 15 warning track balls that maybe a few more feet could have gone home runs, but I think we've only seen 3 or 4 home runs here in the past couple days. So really, if you're getting one of those, you can tell your family about it, because it's very rare company. That one bouncing behind, and they're not really sure where it is, so the runners will move up, and a bit of a catcher error back there. Bit of a catcher error back there as both men get to move up with 2 outs. So Tyler Taylor, who was called out on that last one, it's Dylan Worth up there now, the shortstop. The only man to really miss out getting on bag here. Had the initial strikeout by Nolan Ryan, and then the charge by Taylor in the last one. It'll be Worth, who will be looking to cash in these runs. 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes. That one comes in low. It'll bounce up behind it. Will that be a one behind the plate? It will. It'll be a pass ball, and we'll get our first run of the game. Just like that. And a big cheer and a big woo from down on the field, as that'll get the PEI boys pumped up. An early run against this tough Kitchener Panthers team, and on a pass ball nonetheless. So man on third, none on second and first, 2 outs, and they'll have their first run in. And that one will go in for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. It'll be Ben McDougall down there, the second baseman. That pitch coming in now, swung on. That'll jump through the gap, and that'll be another run scored in there, as we've got a 2-0 lead now at the top of the first inning. Just getting some good contact out there, as well as a couple lucky bounces, perhaps. And here we go, Ben McDougall. So Dylan Worth was the man. It kind of messed me up there with that pass ball scoring, but Dylan Worth able to get that single through the first and second baseman there. Heads back to his bag. Not too much of a lead over there. Ben McDougall now up to plate. Second baseman. Sixth batter of the inning. That one will come in low, and it'll be a ball to start him off. Set now. McDougall waits for that pitch. Pitch in. Swung on. That one will jump through the first by the first baseman and down the line all the way to the right field. They're going to run around the second base as the lead man who was on first there, Dylan Worth, and now we'll have men on the corner, 2 outs. So some solid contact off Brimblecombe to start off this one. It'll be Gaudette. Chase Gaudette up there to plate now, and the right fielder, the 7th batter on this lineup. 2 outs, so he just needs a bit of lady luck here to get out of this inning with only 2. That one swung on. Left field, they're going to chase that one back, backing up comfortably, and he'll get that one into the mitt. And like I said, only needs 1 out here to end it, and he'll get that. So, couple hits in that first inning, couple of runs scored, and that'll take us to the first half of the inning. All right, and we are back here with the bottom half of the first inning. A bit of a shocker to start off that first inning with the 2 runs by the PEI All-Stars out there looking to pull off what would be considered a minor upset, I would say, by taking away the Kitchener Panthers' chances here. But we got a long, long way to go. We got some skilled ball players out on the field. As we get set, Will Poland will lead us off, the right fielder. Poland looking to set the pace here. And we're getting our first look at pitcher Compton. That one over the outside and a little pass ball there. And this big backstop here at Beasley has proven to cause some big moments here. All of those moments can be seen on High Button Sports YouTube channel as well, with every game being archived on there. You just got to kind of scroll through, see which game you're looking for, and should be there in full quality. That second pitch coming in from Compton bounced in front of the plate. And I've got a feeling that these Kitchener boys are pumped up because every pitch that's come in so far, which has only been 2 to their credit, They've been big cheers from that side, especially if you're bouncing it all over his own. That pitch is going to come in swung on, fouled off to the left side weakly. So it'll be a 2-1 count now. As we hear a puppy in the background doing laps and barking. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. I can certainly hear it up here. Regardless, getting set, pulling. Pitch in. That one swung on, fouled back to the track field once again. And a couple young guns running for that ball. Maybe head out there, get it signed, take it home, throw it around a bit, whatever works. That pitch in there high. That'll be a full count now, no outs. They often say the first batter of the game sets the pace. So will it be a big strikeout here, or will it be a walk? We await our next pitch. Pitcher set, Compton in. And a ball, that one just a tad low, right over the heart of the plate, but couldn't quite get it up enough. No swing, but that'll be a walk. So man on for Kitchener, tying run at the plate. Blake Jacklin, the center fielder, so that base on balls will start us off. The left-hander here, Blake Jacklin. Taking on the righty pitcher out there, Compton, the starter. There's always a question. Do you start your race during the quarterfinals? Tomorrow's our last day. That one sent on in high. Tried to throw an off-speed pitch. Just caught the little too high from that top right corner. But that's the question. Do you start your race during your quarterfinal game, or do you hold on to him for the semis, see if you can get as many pitches out of him tomorrow as you can? Hard to say. That one on the inside and a nice little strike. So still looking to establish this ump zone. Maybe a tad inside from what we've seen. Maybe a tad above the knees. I'm sure it'll become clearer as the pitches come through here. 1-1 count. Man on first. Pitch in. That one swung on down the first base line. They're going to try to, and it'll bounce off the first baseman's glove. He'll reset, head over to first, and double play taken out of the question, but manages to get that first one through is Tyler Taylor. So stay calm, cool, collected out there. Good things will happen, I suppose. Runner did advance. 1 out. Man in scoring position now for Kitchener. And big man Eric Martin, the DH, up to plate. And this boy's got some height, and he's got some mass down there. 1 out for him. Single scores, likely. And we hear down on the bench, he's not that tall, so that pitch must have come in a little high for the umpire's liking. Like I said, a couple high pitches have been called balls here, so maybe a tight zone. And a runner running from second, but going to be swung on, fouled all the way back. Didn't hit it here. Didn't hit it hit our building, but must have gotten airborne even more behind there. Big Eric Martin out there with a power swing. The man did go from second there, so maybe the two teammates not able to fully read each other. Back to second for the base runner, Poland. Martin ready to go once again. Pitcher Compton set. Pitch in. That one swung on and gets it in on the hands. Going to be sent into the pitcher, and he'll get that one down. And the DH, Eric Martin, will be an out there. So 2 outs, man on second.
Number 52, the left fielder, Simon Grinberg.
That'll be Simon Grinberg who will be up, the left fielder. So we're getting through the right fielder, center fielder, DH, and left fielder at the top of the lineup. I don't know if there's any advanced analytics or data behind that reasoning, but interesting to see all the infielders and the catcher middle of the lineup to bottom there. So we'll see how they perform as we roll on in this one. That one swung on, and bit of a changeup, I believe, going to be sent into the center fielder. He'll track it down and lose his hat, but get the ball. And that'll take us to the end of the first inning, and what was a relatively exciting one here is PEI with a 2-0 lead. We'll be back shortly. All right, folks, we are back here for the top half of the second inning. And we'll be leading off here. Connor Elizabeth, the third baseman, will be trying to get the leadoff man on. That pitch in there for a strike to start him off. That's Connor Ellsworth, my mistake. I don't want to say it was the handwriting. I had to write this hand card off, but it was definitely something to cause that confusion. Not Elizabeth, Ellsworth. So we are set here with 2 strikes on him early in this one. The right fielder getting set down there. Brimblecombe gave up 2 runs in the first. He's still out there. That pitch in there, swung on. Over to the second baseman. Second baseman going to field that cleanly over to first, and that'll be a bang-bang play over at the first base bag.
Number 59, the catcher, Leah
Label, the 9th hitter in the lineup, will be up. Catcher back there. Only had 1 pass ball there defensively in that first inning. Didn't end up costing them anything, so he's got a clean sheet as it stands. Pitcher set, ball in. That one swung on. Going to be hit over to the right side, fouled back into the bleachers. No harm, no foul on that one. It'll be an 0-1 count. Beautiful night here at Beasley Field. The pink clouds are out. The blue clouds are out. The circus or the carnival is out to our left. That one, big pitch in there on the right side, will go for a strike, and now he's quickly down 0-2 in the count. Pitcher coming in, set, swung on. That one over to the third baseman. Third baseman has a nice clean bounce over to him, and he'll whip that over to the first baseman for another out. So 2 quick outs here to start the second inning for Kitchener as they get settled in. And we'll head to the top of the lineup for Jack McKenzie, who came around to score. He had an infield hit, a steal, and then made it around the bags to score. So Jack McKenzie, the leadoff man, 1 for 1 so far. Batted around the lineup in this first and second inning. Pitch in. That one held off on the outside into the left-handed hitter's box just by a tad. And the umpire says to the guys in the dugout, the pitch is outside. So maybe some chirping at the umpire down there on field level. That one swung on, fouled back, and this one's getting dangerously close to our camera. And the High Button founder and current reigning CEO had that one about a foot away from his hand for what would have been certainly his best catch of his life, if you're not talking about his girlfriend, but his baseball catch. I don't think he's much of a baseball player, more of a hockey guy. That one back to the pitcher as it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the man, Jack McKenzie, down there. Wait for that pitch to come in, ball in, and that one's high. So the more I look at this strike zone, the more I think that it's a little bit wider and a little bit shorter. So maybe try to paint the sides of them rather than the corners. That one bounced in there. Full count now, 2 outs. As we get set here, full count. So this could be the end of the inning here. Big pitch coming in. That one will be walked in, and Jack McKenzie will keep his 1 for 1 record and the walk. So not a bad leadoff man here for the PEI All-Stars. Nolan Ryan out there now. Pitch coming in. That one hard. That must have been the fastball, just a little low. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nolan Ryan with a strikeout in the first inning. That went in the outside, and not given too many calls there on the outside of the plate, so maybe my earlier prediction isn't as accurate. Couple strikes on the inside low, so we'll keep an eye on that. Still trying to establish this zone. That one in low as well on the right side. No dice. 3 balls, 0 strikes, 2 outs. And it seems like the Kitchener dugout has quieted down on some of these close calls. So either the manager told them to maybe quiet down, or they realized that it doesn't really ever help you if you do that. And that one, another ball in there, and that'll be walked in for a 4-pitch walk. As Nolan Ryan, who struck out in the first inning, will now walk on in the second. And we've still got 2 outs, no runs in this inning, but 2 men on. Gabe Penalvor will be up now, the DH. He walked last inning as well. That pitch in there, high, no dice. Couple healthy leads at second and first. Jack McKenzie came around to score in the first inning. Let's see if he'll be able to do it here with 2 outs. Once again, that pitch in there, high, and can't quite find the strike zone as it stands. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And it looks like the manager is coming out. Manager's coming out, and the pitcher will meet him halfway on the infield grass. And these are the moments where you wish we had that patented mic'd up going on down there. Maybe mic up that manager, hear what he's really thinking. But as it stands right now, we can only guess. And my guess would be 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, and you're down 2. So I'm thinking he's just saying, what do we got to do to get this last out and escape this inning? We have a man warming up with a light toss going on in the Kitchener bullpen. So after only 1 2/3 innings, we've got a man warming up, and I'll try to get a number down there. I have that 20/20 vision, but it's getting dark, and they're definitely a couple 100 feet away. And let me take a look here. 91 Braden Bamcock looks like out there. So my eyes don't fail me, and it looks like Braden Bamcock, one of the relievers on this Kitchener team, will be warming up, and that one comes in for a hard strike and gets a cheer from the dugout and the Kitchener faithful. 2-1 count now, 2 outs. Will he get out of this inning? Pitch in. That one swung on, fouled back. 2-2 count, so he comes back with 2 power strikes after the visit to the mound. And I see a man running down from the Kitchener team to the bullpen to deliver some information. Let's see what's going on. He gives a word in. All right, we'll shift our focus back to the game. Pitch in here, 2-2 count. That one held off on full count here, 2 outs. So will he escape the inning, or will it be bases loaded for the PEI All-Stars in the top of the second inning? Man runs back, and it looks like they stopped kind of that light toss in the Kitchener bullpen. Runners will go. That one swung on, fouled back to the track once again. And these kids are just feeding on these balls back here, as we've seen at least 3 or 4 in just the start of this game go back. And these are 2 teams that are going to be battling all night long. Got to assume runners will be going. Full count, 2 outs. Runners going. That one swung on. That one will be a nice little single shot to the right side. Man will score from second. Big arm comes in. Pitcher will catch it off. And that'll be men on the corners with a big RBI single with 2 outs and the full count for Gabe Penalvor, the DH. So an RBI single. And that'll be a 3-run lead now. They've extended it into. Kitchener pitcher still out there, and looks like they'll send the man back out to relieve Bamcock. So he was off, he was on, he's off. He's warming up down there with some hard toss now, so keep an eye on that one. We got Tyler Taylor up now, first baseman. That one comes in low at the feet ball. Taylor was a ground out in his first at-bat, just 1 inning ago. Men on the corners, 2 outs. I'm sure PEI would love to add to this as they're looking to feast on the starting pitcher, Brimblecombe, who hasn't had the strongest start ever. But only one pitch could get him out of this with just down 3, and we've seen plenty of crazy innings this tournament so far, so I'm sure he'd be all right with that. Pitch in. That one with a nice strike on the inside, 1-1. Hard toss still being thrown over in the bullpen. Brimblecombe set. Very modest leads at first and third, and then he'll reset here. Time called. Taylor ready to go. Pitch in. Swung on, fouled back. I see a young gun to the left in a full-on sprint for that ball. And we get ready here once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He needs 1 strike here down the inning. Pitch in. That one swung on. Put a charge into from behind, but looks like it'll die as it goes higher. Center fielder coming in. He'll line it up, and that'll be it. So the PEI All-Stars add 1 more to the total, but that'll take us to the end of the inning. Up 3-0. We'll go to Kitchener. All right. Tyler Hungrakis will be leading us off, the shortstop, batting out of the 5th spot in the lineup. That pitch in. That down, and will the pitcher get it? And a nice little run there will get him. And an athletic play there by the pitcher. Just like that, Compton shows what he's made of with a quick out to start out. That was a lay down bunt. We've seen some bunts today, but not with no men on. And the first pitch of the at-bat, it almost perhaps worked out for him, but instead an athletic play by Compton, and we've got 1 quick out here to start the bottom of the 2nd. As the smell of bonfire fills the air here at Beasley Field. Can only imagine where that's coming from. Nonetheless, very enjoyable. That one's sent back with a foul, so 1 strike, 1 out. This is Karosas, the 3rd baseman. Number 47 down there. That one pitched in, and a nice little off-speed pitch that just catches the top of the zone. And I do believe that I've called this umpire's games before, and he's got a strict zone, but consistent. That one in there with an off-speed high once again. So he goes back to the well, can't deliver. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch in, swung on and right through. 2-2 now on the count. Put a charge into that one, trying to get around on it. Looked like he was just a second too early, the lefty. A lot more lefties at this level of play than you'll see as it goes up. Some real skilled players playing this weekend. That one fouled back. 2-2 still. Some real skilled players. Some of these players going down to University of Maine, some of them to Arkansas. Plenty of colleges in New York and the eastern, northern part of Canada, there, or of the America, I should say there. Lots of those scouts come up here, and we even heard a story earlier about Matthew Douladay, one of the high button employees, was approached by a man after he left the porta potty, and they said, "You want to come play baseball in New York?" So you never quite know where you're going to hear it, but lots of talented players out there. This is the junior leagues. That one put a charge into, and that one catch the gap. And it looks like it will, as it'll die right on the warning track. Center fielder will get over there, and that'll be a stand-up double with 1 out. So Kitchener now rolling here. As Karasas, the third baseman, gets over there.
Number 2, the first baseman, Robbie Gauthier.
Robbie Gauthier now, the first baseman. Has a man in scoring position, 1 out, looking to dig into this 3-run deficit. Gauthier kicks a little dirt back, tells him he's ready, and we'll wait for Compton's pitch. Pitch in. Oh, and a big little swing there. He'll go down to one knee practically, and that one was low and inside, and not much chance of contact there, so just a good quality pitch from Compton. 1 strike, no balls. Compton has that, and he shakes his catcher off. Waits for the pitch he likes. Let's see what it is. That one in there with a nice strike. So, good job, catcher Liam Label, as he gives the pitcher a pitch he likes. He delivers, and now we've got an 0-2 count here with man on second. As the sun rapidly going down, and we're about to have a full-fledged night game on our hands. As if only in the second inning here, it's been a lengthy first couple innings here. Lots of action. Lots to be excited about. That one in high. That'll be a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Getting set here. Pitcher Compton has that wind-up where he kind of lets that right arm drag low to the ground, sets it, takes his grand old time, and then puts it in there, and that one will be put in for a ball. So 2-2 count now. And it doesn't really look like Gauthier has much intention of swinging here, even though his back's kind of against the wall. The last 2 he's shaking off relatively easily. So let's see if a quality pitch comes in here. Set, in. That one swung on, and that one will drop down right in front of the center fielder, and they're going to wave him around here. So not much of a chance there, and that'll get the RBI. So Gauthier picks his pitch, and that'll work out for him, cutting the deficit to 2. So the double and then the single to the outfield scores Karasas and Gauthier with the RBI single. Ben Salazar, the catcher, now up to the plate. So Kitchener not waiting too long to make up for that run they gave up at the top of the second. And we hear some dog barking from the Kitchener side. They are the Panthers, but I don't think Panthers are barking like that, gentlemen. Nonetheless, emotions will be high all night long, so we won't judge or we won't question the whatever gets the boys pumped up down there. Lots of emotion here for these baseball games. Used to calling the hockey games where a little harder to see the emotion on the faces. No mistaking it here during these games. That one's sent in for a nice strike. 1-on-1 count now with 1 out. You can really tell how a player's feeling by their face, and a lot of great moments caught this weekend here on High Button Sports with the pitcher and batters alike and the odd catcher. That one sent in for another strike, and a big power swing there by Salazar. Nothing to show for it. We saw a catcher earlier on the last game. Like I said, the quarterfinal, the game came down to what was a close play at the plate. If you want to check out that angle, you could head to the High Button Twitter, and you should be able to see and form your own opinion. But the catcher, frustrated initially, was then showing it off to the people after the game, the clip and the picture, kind of getting the opinions and maybe feeling a little bit better about it. Maybe saying, I had him the whole way. Who knows? That one, a little move over to first. No luck. Quick little move there by the first baseman. Not a bad little turnaround by Tyler Taylor, who was quick to flip that down for the tag, but pretty small lead over there at first, so I don't know if they're going to be catching him going. Count 1-2. Man on first. Pitch in. That one hits him. That was a direct hit right to the shoulder. So he had him on the ropes there for his second out, and he gets him in the shoulder. And Salazar, the 8th hitter, will head to the first base by hit by pitch. Moving up, the Robbie Gauthier, who had an RBI single. He was chilling on first base, now over to second. So man in scoring position with 1 out. Double play still in order. So that's what they're going to be looking for, but they got to make it happen. Polson, David, the second baseman. As my coworker Aiden Robinson mentioned, if you're a hockey fan, that's Miro Lemieux. If you're a baseball fan, that's Yasiel Puig. Two very different leagues for those two players. That one in high. That'll be a quick ball. Big opportunity here, though, for Polson, regardless. It's the 2 men on, down by 2. Second inning here. We've kind of been able to build up a bit of a read on this pitcher by the looks of it. That one in for a strike, so not quite fully on that read yet, but we'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Compton set. That one in, and a check swing. They're going to say that was a strike. Foul into the glove, so 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. I think I heard him yell, "That's fine," down there, so he's not letting that one shake him. And Compton has the man on the ropes again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last time he hit the guy in the shoulder. Pitch in. That one held off on, and they're going to say a ball, and a nice take there by the 9-hitter Polson. Back over. That double play, and that'll be a strikeout as Polson holds back like he was about to get hit by it. Umpire had different ideas, and that'll be an out. A strikeout for that fact. And it'll be back to the top of the lineup. Will Poland, the right fielder who got walked in his first at-bat, will have the pleasure or pressure, depending on how you're looking at it, of trying to cash in these 2 runs that have been standing on those base paths for a while. It's been a longer first 2 innings to start a game. Lots of excitement, though. No complaints here. Pauling gets set. Pitch in. That one held off on. That'll be a strike. So it looks like he's finding the strike zone a little bit down there. Compton, the top of the zone with those off-speed pitches. That's what he got Polson on, and that's what he starts out this at-bat with. Stopped up now. Look to the man at second. That pitch in there. That one swung on, so now he's worked himself into a nice little pitcher's count. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. He's going to try to get out of this one with just giving up the 1 run. Set once again. Pitch in. That one held off on, and they're going to say that's just a tad too high. Catcher liked it. Umpire didn't. Liam Label. As we await the next pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Compton, set, in. Ball 2. A little high once again. So really trying to paint the top of that zone. Not too worried about the men on the bags. As we look to be set here. Batter takes a second. Pulling. Ready. Pitch in. That one swung on, fouled back. Not a bad pitch coming in there, and Poland recognized it a little late and sent it over to the right side here on a foul. Will Poland gets set. Compton, who has shown that he's not afraid to take his time out there on the mound and wait for the pitch he likes. Sends one in, that one into the dirt, and that'll be a full count now. So he's worked his way all the way back to a full count after the first 2 strikes. Getting set to go here. Like I said, not too much of a steal going. Pitch in. That one swung on. That'll be in through the middle. Without get over it. It'll be find the gap over right side. They're going to score from second. Hold the man at third. And Poland will stay over at first, and he's all pumped up over there. So men on the corner. That'll be 1 run deficit now for Kitchener. As he had the man at 0-2, it turned into a full count. Gave him a pitch he could swing at, and he made good on it. Putting over to the right side there, just over the second baseman's head, just in front of the left and center fielder. That's what we would call a sweet spot. Little bloop single. Compton looking to get out of the inning still. Pitch in. Runner will run to second. They're going to throw that over. They're not going to be able to get the tag, but also a man at third stays. So we've seen that a couple times where they try to bait the guy into throwing to second and then send the guy from third. But that one wasn't not a case in that situation. So men on second and third now. 2 outs. 1 run game here. And Compton just wants to get out of this one. You got Blake Jacklin, the center fielder. That one in there high. No dice. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kitchener bench still on their feet as they form a little rally here at the bottom of the second. Set now. Pitch in. That one high once again. Didn't like it, and he was painting the top of the zone there for a couple batters, but seems to have fallen out of favor with that spot. Held on to now. Jacqueline waits for that pitch, and that one will be a strike in there high. So still going to the well, even if it's not working for him every time. That one was fast and high. Pitch in. That one swung on, fouled over to the left side. Third baseman's going to take a big run at it. That one will be way out, so no chance on that. Still a 2-2 count with 2 outs, and this second inning has been quite the interesting little situation here, as we kind of must have started at least a half hour ago, and these guys have just been hitting around here, batting that thing around, walking, long counts. Not making it easier on these starting pitchers, and why would you? These are the quarterfinals of Nationals. This is what it comes down to. That one in and swung on back over to the Kitchener side. The manager takes that first step, says, I'm all right, and sends out one of his guys. So they'll retrieve that ball, and we'll get set here. 2-2 count still. Lots of fouls going on down there as these hitters very good at staying alive in these counts, I must say. I've seen that quite a bit the past 2 days. Pitch in now. That one fouled back. You got to work for these outs, and you got to work for these hits, because unless you're leading off the game off the first pitch, what we saw, they ain't coming easy. And baseball, one of those sports where if you're just waiting and watching, you can be out on an island there as a pitcher. You think nothing will get by these guys. That one in there. Low, and they'll get him. So that'll take us to the end of the second inning as he gets the strikeout, leaving 2 men on, but they do get a run back, so it'll be 3-2, and it'll be just about time for the start of the second. We'll just wait after this. All right, and we are back for the top of the third inning as we roll along here. And we want to thank you in the chat for correcting. I was saying Will Poland is Pollard, not to be confused with NBA big man Scott Pollard. That one thrown in. Scott Pollard won a championship with the Celtics. Didn't touch the court there for the entire playoffs, but as long as you bring home that ring, which is what this Kitchener team will be looking to do, and this PEI All-Star team as we get set here. One strike, that one in there. That one swung on, put up high over to the third base side, and that'll be caught and then brought down quickly. So, something we haven't seen too much of tonight, a quick out will lead us off there. Ben McDougall now. Oh, Ben McDougall had a single, the second baseman, his last at-bat. That pitch in there, that one swung on. Nice little one off the end of the bat. Will it come down for a bloop? No, shortstop will get back to it, and that'll be a quick second out. So only 3 pitches, 2 outs so far to start us off in this inning. Chase Gaudette now up to the plate. Lefty. Chase Gaudette now works with 2 outs, no men on. That one thrown in hard, and Brimblecombe, who had 2 very long first 2 innings, looking to get through this one quicker. He's off to a great start, just has to get one more man. That one thrown in there, and it'll be sent down. First baseman will go over. They'll send it over to Brimblecombe, and they won't have him. That'll be a pass ball, or past the right side there. It'll at least miss the first baseman, so it'll be safe on first base. And they're trying to say that interference, he should be going to second. And ump hasn't given a single just quite yet. And it looks like he'll be staying on first, so no dice on that one, but we'll be on the bag regardless. So man on first, 2 outs now, as we have our next batter. That'll be Connor Ellsworth.
Number 65, third baseman Connor Ellsworth.
65, the third baseman. Going to be looking to cash his man from first, and we have a pause out there by the shortstop. Shortstop says something and then moves it on. Ellsworth ready to go. Brimblecombe ready to go. They're going to be running from second. They're going to have a catcher throw that out. Will they have him? And they do! And that'll end the inning as a beautiful catch there by the catcher Salazar, and he'll get him at second, something we haven't seen a ton of this tournament, but that was a no-doubter as Gaudette gets caught at second, and we are to the bottom of the third inning just like that. All right, and we are set to go here for the bottom half of the third inning. after a quick top half of the third in which we saw 2 outs right away on 3 pitches and then a base stealing attempt gunned down from the catcher over at second base. We're moving on to the Kitchener part of the lineup. That one sent on in. And we've got the big man Eric Martin around once again, the DH. Martin was an out the last time at bat, looking to change that. Pitch in there, that one held off on. Works himself into a 2-ball, no strike count to start out here. Holding off. Taking his time. Is Compton. Pitch in. That one put a charge into, and that will get down in between the left fielder and the center fielder, and he'll run around with a standing double. And a nice piece of hit in there with a big celebration at the plate. He does the belt like he just put on a championship from the WWE organization. But instead, he hit a big hit in his game. Simon Grinberg will now follow that up, and a nice piece of hit in there. Man in scoring position, no outs now as they look to tie this game up at 3. They're only down 1, so great opportunity now for Kitchener. PEI pitcher Compton needs to stay calm, cool, collected. That one in there, that one swung on and just a tad too early. Great contact on that, but puts it over to the right side, and that'll be first pitch strike. Man still on second, modest lead. Pitch in there now, and that'll come in for a nice strike. Little breaking ball to the top of the zone. One of the go-to pitches so far for both pitchers, especially Compton. Took a while to get out of that second inning, so hoping for a quicker third is Compton. Looking for less work. That one swung on, and a nice little pitch as they'll send it over the short stop, and he'll get down for it, and that'll be an out without moving the runner. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Compton out there on the mound. Henriquez now up. Henriquez batting 5th in the lineup, the shortstop. As Henriquez waits for his pitch, and that was another change up to the top of the zone that Grinberg got under and gave a nice easy out to the shortstop, and you can't buy an easy out here tonight, so he'll take it. Kitchener dugout just giving it to him as he steps off the mound. Those Ontario boys trying to play some mental games on the PEI All-Star squad. 2 very different walks of life, I can tell you that much. That one over the left-handed hitter's box, that'll go in for a ball. It's always interesting when you play a team where you have no prior knowledge to playing them or knowing them. You're not playing league play. You're not playing playoffs. These are teams you're going to be one and done with pretty much. Maybe you played them earlier in the tournament, but that emotion needs to be built. And that one over the plate for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now, 1 out. And getting set here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch in, that one high for a ball. Compton heads back to the mound. Set once again. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one in, and that one will go for a strike. Nice pitch there on the inside. 2-2 count, 1 out. Holding on now. Taking his time, waiting for that pitch. Shakes him off again. Gets one he likes. Let's see what comes in now. That one's sent in and just high. Tried to ring him up. Instead, we'll have a full count. Set to go. Pitch in. That one swung on and right through. That'll be a K on the score sheet. Backwards one for that matter. Big strikeout there with on the full count, which makes it a 2 out. It's 1 on second now. Carosis now up. Carosis had a double his last at bat. Let's see if he can replicate that and send his man in from second. As we wait on. Still in the 3rd inning here. Nice, long, entertaining baseball game for you fans at home here on this Saturday Night Nationals. Like I said, winner go home. That one swung on and a big catch over at first. Holy mama. And that is what you play for as he got up high and he brought that down to end the inning, and that'll pump the boys up if they head off. The PEI All-Stars deliver, and that'll be a big out there as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. We'll see you for that one. All right, and we are back after what was an exciting end of that inning with a big play over at first base. Getting way up, looking like he's climbing a ladder. Able to grab that one and end the inning after man on second in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Would not end up mattering. So now it's up to PEI to see if they can keep this lead. Only up 1 here. That's Connor Ellsworth out there. Ellsworth was out last at bat, so he's looking to get on the board and get on those base paths. Pitch in now. Brimblecombe still out there. That one swung on. It'll be over to the left side, and that'll be out of the reach of the 3rd baseman on this Kitchener team. Kirosas, who had that tough out there. And we'll send it back to our man Ellsworth in the left-handed hitting box. 2 strikes. Pitch in. Brimblecombe. That one sent over to center field and not much movement as he'll be able to grab that one down and it'll be 1 out.
Number 59, the catcher, Liam Label.
It'll now be Liam Label up to the plate. Liam Label, another out his first at bat, so he'll be looking for a little redemption here. Label, set, pitch in. That one held on to for the strike. One strike, no balls. That one in, swung on, 2 strikes. So now working from behind with 2 quality pitches there by Brimblecombe. Set once again, pitch in. That one swung on, and that'll be hit the side, and the runner's going to run. Catcher's going to have to make a play to first. Will he get there? He gets there with a big layout grab for a big out there, as it was a bit of a pass ball. And I believe there might have been a little hesitation there by Label, as he didn't know. The catcher himself, he had that one go by and he hesitated, and then by the time he made it over, it was a big layout play. The catcher on the right side managed to get it in, and that'll be our second out. Now we got top of the lineup here, Jack McKenzie, who's had an infield hit and a walk. Let's see if he can continue his quality night. He scored on that first inning as well, so score, single, leadoff, gets to walk. Not too shabby. That one in there with a power pitch, just too low in the zone. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. That pitch in there now. That one bounced in on the right side and kind of lost the seam on that one. 3 balls now to Jack McKenzie, and Jack McKenzie looking to maybe get on bag for free once again. Brimblecombe waits, sees the pitch he likes. Pitch in. That one inside, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk to McKenzie. So 3 for 3 getting on the bags here. They'll send in Nolan Ryan. Not a bad baseball name if you ask me. The left fielder. Ryan set to go here. McKenzie over on first. Ryan waits, pitch in. That one swung on, fouled back. That'll knock off a pole here directly behind him. No substitutions in this game yet, pitchers or players. So they're going with their starting lineups here for a bit. That one knocked back. Will that one find the gap? It does. PEI All-Stars now have a man on second and first. Is that one to a sweet spot once again? Ryan walked his last at bat, struck out his first at bat, and now he'll add a single to the lineup. So 2 quick outs to start out this inning for Kitchener and Brimblecombe. And now it's been a walk and a hit. So they're going to want to get out of this one. Penvillar, the DH, is going to be trying to get on. That one fouled back. He's got an RBI single and a walk, so Penvillar has done his job. Penvillar, I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at it twice. Penvillar is what I think that pronunciation is. That one will be fouled back, so 2 strikes, 2 outs. And pitcher Brimblecombe finds himself in a nice spot here, looking to make those last 2 base runners moot. A moot point. We will see. Decent lead there at second, but no one covering, so focus on the batter here. Pitch in. That one will be in for the strike. And that'll be the end of the inning. So, like I said, 2 runners rendered null, and we will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. All right, and we have Robbie Gauthier leading off the bottom of the 4th inning here as we picked up a bit of a pace here in this game. Kitchener still down by 1. Kitchener looking to work on this one. Gauthier had an RBI single his first at bat. That won't be the case here tonight. What will we, or this at bat at least? What will we see? That one up high. That'll be 1 ball to start us out. The Kitchener dugout yells, "Show us the pearly whites." And that one on the inside there. Held on to now. Pitch in. That one going to be put into a charge, and you can see that from a mile away. Right field, he's going to have to run for it, and he gets a nice little grab there. Good jump by these fielders here tonight. Not too many into the gap, and that one will be a quick out for Gauthier. It'll be Ben Salazar, the catcher now, who was hit by a pitch his last at-bat. That one looked pretty nice off the end of the bat, but like I said, these quick jumps, the fact that this ball kind of dies once it hits the deep outfield, and the fact he was maybe a tad early on that one, all combined into that out. But not a bad swing there by Gauthier, who has an RBI single already. That one sent in a low for a ball. Get some banter from the PEI All-Stars there, the shortstop, trying to give some motivation to his pitcher. Compton, that one in high. I was about to say Compton, after a couple long innings to start, has kind of settled in a little bit here. He's gotten some nice clean outs, and I'm sure he'd like 2 more to take us to the top of the 5th, but he's going to have to work for them against this Kitchener Panthers team who's down, and they're looking to come back. Like I said, one of the favorites in this tournament. If you were a betting man and you maybe knew a little bit about betting numbers, I'd put them, that one, a big swing through the top. I'd say maybe a minus 200 that they would be there in the semifinals or the finals there. So not bad numbers for the Panthers, but got to get there first. We've got a couple innings left to play in this one at least. 3-2 PEI. That one in there for a nice strike. Batter didn't like it. They don't often approve of those ones that are nice tight strikes on the outside low. You think that one was at my ankle for all I know, but nope. Umpire liked it. We've got ourselves a 2-2 count. 1 out. Pitch in. That one high. Full count. The hoots and hollers continue from the Kitchener dugout. I don't think I've seen any of them sit down yet, so some good dedication over there. Pitcher set. Ball in. That one swung on and strike out. The backwards K once again as, like I said, Compton settled it right in. A long one on that first one and then a strikeout. Not too shabby for him as they roll along trying to move it to the back half of this game. David Paulson, the second baseman, the ninth hitter, he'll be up to the plate, and we still don't have any pinch hitters or pinch runners or bullpen substitutions. It doesn't look like anyone's warming up in the Kitchener side, but we see someone warming up there in the PEI All-Star side. And we'll have to keep an eye on that one. That one in high for the ball. And I will say that is looking like it's number 53. And I think maybe boss Justin Melange sent me some bad information. I don't see that off the lineup card. I'll try to see who the reliever is in a second. That went in for a nice breaking ball high. I don't believe there's a 53 on this PEI All-Star squad, so maybe I'll have to go and take a look for myself. But right now we'll focus on the game. That one bounced in right in front. That'll be a 2-ball, 1-strike count now, 2 outs. Looking to push this to the top of the 5th. 7-inning games, remember. So we're officially in the back half of the game. That one in high, and it'll be a 3-1 count. Hitters count here. Polson, who had a strikeout his first at-bat, looking to make up for it. Ball in. That was a nice strike, and I think he knew on that one because he turned away, didn't even attempt to swing, but saw it roll in and didn't give much of a fight. So the full count now, 2 outs. None on. PEI up by 1. Will they escape this 4th inning? Pitch in. That one swung on, fouled over to the left side. All the way back. Something I've noticed is these baseballs, as a softball player myself these days, these baseballs have some real juice in them once they hit that cement. They can bounce 20, 30 feet in the air after that. Especially when they got the velocity of a young man swinging on it and knocking her back. That pitch in, and that'll be a walk there. So a little too high, and it'll lose his man, and we'll head to the top of the lineup here with Pollard. Will Pollard has a walk and an RBI. Solid game for the Kitchener leadoff man so far tonight.
Number 67, the right fielder, Will Pollard.
Pollard kicks some dirt away, takes his time, heading into the box. Down by 1 run. Every pitch counts. Hold up. And they say someone was yelling balk. He steps off the mound. They're not sending the guy to second, so I don't think so, but bit of an odd play out there. Not exactly sure what happened. He'll reset though. Fresh count, 2 outs. Man on first, up 1. Pitch in. That one low to the right side. And as I was mentioning earlier, you can sometimes feel like an island out there on that pitcher's mound, and one of the Kitchener players yelled, "He's on an island," so a common saying in the baseball world. I wouldn't say he's fully on that island. Going for second. They're going to try to tag him out again. That one will get over the head. He's going to be able to make that turn to third, and a big missed throw by the catcher as the man now on third with 2 outs instead of first. Tying run on third now. And now PEI just battling for that last out, and now the stakes have been raised a little bit in the bottom of this 4th inning. What started as a quick one has turned into a walk with that man walked on third after a missed throw to second. And now a 2-ball, no strike count. Pitch in, that one swung on, and center fielder's going to have to get to it. He looks like he's comfortably under it, and he'll get it, and that'll be the end of the inning. So no harm, no foul on that walk that made it all the way to third. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning shortly. Join us for that. All right, and we are set here. Top of the 5th inning. Back half of this game. Tyler Taylor up to the plate, looking to extend to this lead. That one will go in for a strike. And it looks like we still got Brimblecombe out there, so they're looking to ride their pitchers as long as they can in the quarterfinals, because I think they know they want to have as many fresh arms as they can come the semis or finals, should they be there. We don't know who's going to be there as it stands right now, but it's good to just, you can't, with baseball, you can't prep too much. You got pitch counts, you got things you got to worry about even if you're not there. That pitch in there, that one swung on, foul back. Hockey, it's a little more of a don't talk about the next game, we'll get through this game type situation. But when you've got your guys, you got to use them when you can, you got to save them when you can. It'll be a long day tomorrow with a couple semifinals and finals games. That pitch in there held on to, and it'll be 1-ball, 2-strike count now, no outs. Getting set here. Pitch in, that one held on, and good take there as he started to go for a little check swing, held on to the bat, and that'll be a 2-2 count, no outs. This is Tyler Taylor up to bat. He has 2 outs so far in this game, looking to change that. That one in high, and it'll be a full count. So what started out with 2 strikes has turned into a full count. Hard to get that last strike. Pitch coming in now. That one low, and that'll be a walk. So after taking first 2, he gets a walk. So Taylor on the bags for the first time here tonight. Dylan Worth now up there, shortstop. Single in his first at bat, out in his last at bat. So 1 for 2. They'll be looking for that double play ball on the right side of the field. Worth will be looking to find a gap or just advance that runner by any means necessary. Ready to go here. Fresh count. No outs. Pitch in. That one in for a strike. Off-speed pitch. Falls into the zone. Tiny lead at first. I don't think Taylor's much of a base running threat. That one swung on and foul, or sent up behind the plate, so they're going to try to run for that. Catcher will get it. Oh my goodness! It bounces into his glove and then out, and then he recatches it for the big out. Kitchener catcher Ben Salzar makes a play that could be big as 1 out, man on first now. Chance for a double play ball opposed to still alive, so big out there. Now it'll be Ben McDougall out there. Ben McDougall with a single his first at bat, got an out in his last at bat. Wow, I can't believe you really saw that, to be honest. That one into the plate. That one bounced into the catcher's glove, about a foot out of the glove. He reassessed, gets that glove down once again, and gets the right arm up on the ump, signaling that it's all good. 1 out in this one. 1 ball now to the hitter. That one in and low. 2 balls, no strikes now. Holding on. Pitch coming in. Now that one low in the dirt. Three balls, no strike count now. Pitch in. That one held on to, but it'll be a strike. Nice little pitch there on the upper outside part of the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now hitter's count. Let's see if he takes a hack here, if he tries to fish for that 4th ball. Brimblecombe in. That one swung on, fouled back. So full count we got now. Getting ready to go now. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Perfect for Kitchener. Would be a little blooper over to the second fielder. A little dribbler, I should say. That one will be a walk. So 2 men on for PEI. Man warming up in the bullpen. Time called. We've got guys warming up in both bullpens here. And we've got Chase Gaudette up to the plate. Chase Gaudette had a single his last at bat, an out in his first at bat. So 1 for 2 on the night. Gaudette waits. Pitch in. That one swung on. Fouled over to the left side. He's going to have to make a big run for it, and it's just out into the stanchion here at Beasley Field. And we'll head back. Brimblecombe on the mound still. Brimblecombe's gone for 4 full innings here. So far looking to make that 5. He's got 1 out, 1 strike here. Pitch in. That one will be a strike. No swing. All right, so back against the wall now. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Men on first and second. Pitch in. That one swung on half-heartedly, fouled off. And now we reset and we do it again. 2 strikes, no balls. Some pretty decent leads at first and second. No one covering. That one in there, and will it go? It will, and they strike out, and we all waited for it, and we got it. The 2 outs as the ump with a nice little strikeout call there, a punch to the right side, and that'll be 2 outs with 2 men on, and that'll be Connor Ellsworth, who has a out, 2 outs. Last one was a long out to the outfield. Let's see if he can make up for that. Maybe put the same charge into it, but find the gap a little easier. That one put in there, and a strike on the inside. Beautiful pitch coming in there. That's textbook inside pitch there. Bimblecombe, set, in. That one must be a strike, and it is. I'm trying to beat the ump here with some of these ones, but there's a couple of beautiful pitches in this at-bat so far. And that last one of the last at-bat for the strikeout. So looking to put another strikeout back-to-back on the boards. Can he? He's got 2 strikeouts so far this game. Got 2 strikeouts and a lot of outs. Couple runs given up. That one, he'll get it. So he goes searching up there is Ellsworth, and that'll be the end of the top of the 5th inning. We'll be going down to the bottom very shortly. All right, and we are set here to go at the bottom of the 5th inning as we continue through this one. No runs in the past 2.5 innings. We'll see if this changes. We've got number 36, Blake Jacklin, center fielder. Jacklin, fielder's choice on his first play, and then a out on his last, so he's looking to get on as the leadoff man here. We still got Compton out there going strong. That pitch in there, they're going to try to lay down that bunt. It'll go foul, and he'll clap those hands together with frustration. All right. Jacklin ready to go once again, the center fielder. Couple plays here tonight. Looking to get on the board offensively. Pitch in. That one, nice high strike. Fastball. 2 strikes here to start out for Compton. Still no substitutions in this one. Pretty rare to see nothing this far into the game, but Whatever works. Two teams playing solid games here, trying to make it to that semis tomorrow. That pitch in there, that one swung on, and that looks like it has a chance to find the gap, but no, a nice little run back by the shortstop. What could have been an easy bloop, backtracked very well by the PEI shortstop Worth. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Eric Martin, the DH. Had a double his last at bat. Out his first at bat. Eric staying out there, that big power stance. That's the stance of a DH. That bat way above the head. That one comes in, inside. Oh, that one looked pretty nice, but just inside. Good eye down there by Martin. That pitch in there now, and a nice strike. Same spot, but just gets it on the inside. So goes back to the well for that one. Pitch in now. Compton. That one swung on, fouled back. So it'll be 1-1 count now. Big power swing there, and Martin liked that one. And I think it's 2 strikes, actually. I don't believe they've updated the scoreboard here because he had that foul, and then he had the one right before where Compton picked his spot. So we'll have to see here. I do believe this is the 4th pitch coming in. That one in high for a ball. Maybe the ump will give us a count down there by hand. He hasn't done it yet. 2-2, yep, so we got it. 2-2 count here. Martin waits his pitch. In. That one swung on. It'll be sent over to the second baseman. That'll be a funny bounce. They're trying to get it over, and they will with a beautiful play by the second baseman. So that's the first baseman's turn a couple innings ago, and now it's the second baseman's turn. As McDougal, that one almost had a funny hop off the dirt, but they're able to haul it in and create that out. So it's 2 outs here now. Simon Grinberg now up, left fielder. Grinberg awaits. Pitch in, that one high. Take that first pitch ball. 2 outs now. No men on. Looking to get to the top of the 6th inning, and that would be the start of our second last inning. So that's when the rubber really meets the road, and you got to put runs on the board. You got to forever hold your peace when it comes to the 2022 Nationals here at Beasley Field, located in Halifax and Nova Scotia. Halifax and Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, the hosts. We have Mainland and we've got Beasley. We're here at Beasley. High button is that one in there. But whoa, I thought it was going to be a strike. No dice. Good eye there down on the field. Grinberg. But like I said, playing at Mainland and Beasley is where we've been the past couple days. And then it'll switch to Beasley tomorrow with the High Button coverage. Semis and finals here on High Button Sports. You can go back and watch any of our archived games on the High Button channel. You just got to search through. They're all there. Every out, every close moment, every walk-off, every hit, every pitch is here on High Button Sports. That pitch in there now. That one's swung on and fouled to the side. That'll be a full count. Ball girl out there delivering some more balls, and we got 3 balls. I thought it was a full count. Might be 3-1 here. Maybe they'll update us again down there. As the synergy between the High Button booth and the booth down controlling the scoreboard may be a little off as it stands. Try to get that back on track here. That pitch in there by Compton. That one into the feet, and it won't matter as that's a walk regardless. So 2-out walk there for Grenberg. Henriquez will be up next.
Number 58, the shortstop, Tyler Henriquez.
Henriquez has a strikeout and a note, so he's looking to change his luck around in this game. Guy on first and down by 1. Waiting for that ball to come in. That one's in, and that will be a ball on the outside. Catcher gives a bit of a head nod like he liked it. That's catcher Liam Laybolt. He says, put it there again. Let's see if we can get him. Let's see. Held up, and it looks like he steps off the mound there. So he didn't see something he liked, and he'll take his time. Back on, looking to get out of this inning, looking to go 5 strong innings, only giving up 2 runs against a very strong Kitchener team. Will that happen? No, it'll be a pitch that gets by the catcher and over to the right side, and that'll move the runner into scoring position. So now that's a big moment there, as a single could tie this game up. A single could tie this game. Runner in scoring position, 2 out, 2 balls, no strikes here for Henriquez, the shortstop. So big spot here for Henriquez. Compton set, and he'll step off once again. So that's 2 couple in a row, and some oohs and ahs from the Kitchener dugout once again. Nice vocal squad over there. Like I said, those Ontario boys not afraid to throw a couple chirps out. They've worked hard to get to this spot, to come to the beautiful East Coast. Hope they're having a wonderful stay here. That one in there swung on about a mile high, and it looks like no play for the third baseman. It'll fall down on the batting cages to the left side. 2 balls, 1 strike, and like I said, I bet you some of these Kitchener boys have never seen the Nova Scotia water and what the Halifax Harbor or the Bedford Basin, any of that has to offer down on Alderney Landing. Well, they're getting a good look at it this weekend, and they're looking to extend their weekend to tomorrow here. Got some work to do here. He waits, he gives a little hey-ho on that pitch. He sees one he likes. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one in there swung on, and now it's 2 strikes, 2 balls. Nice pitch in there, just getting ahead of his man. Right fielder on PEI there. Gaudette trying to hype up his pitcher. Ready to go, Compton. Checks his guy at second. Ready to go. Pitch in. That one high, and that'll be a full count. Big spot here. Full count. 2 outs. Gonna be swinging. Runners should be running. Try to cash in that man and see if you could tie this game up right here. Compton set once again. Pitch in. That one. Walk. And the guy Kitchener goes, I love free stuff. And that'll be a free bag. Man on second, man on first. 2 outs. And now we've got Carosas up to the bat. Carosas. I mean, heard someone in the comments there saying long O's. Carosas. If I'm not pronouncing it right, blame that guy in the comments, because me and my colleague here at Beasley are trying our best. That one's going to be a big dive. Going to knock it down. Will he get it over? He won't get it in time for the out, but he'll keep the run from scoring. Great play on second base, by the second baseman, I should say, McDougall. That was a guaranteed RBI and tie game if he didn't get in front of that, so maybe a little frustrated he didn't get that final out of the inning, but bases loaded, 2 outs. You'd rather that than a tie game with guys on second and first, and it looks like we'll have a mound visit here. I'm just cracking up because I hear Daddy's here from the bench there. And I guess we'll do a little explain. I guess that means Daddy would have to be your manager, saying you might be pulled, or what could be compared to being put in timeout if you're a young child. Yanked from this game, but that won't be the case here. He's going to let him try to finish out this inning. Bases juice, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, up by 1 run, and big spot here in the national quarterfinals. Pitch in. Swung on. That one over to the right side. Foul. A second before that one, and I'm sure he wants that one back down there. Gauthier with the power swing over to the right side, and oh, that looked like a good cut, but just a second too early. The lefty gets a little excited down there in the box, and now he's just working with 1 strike. He has an RBI single in his first at-bat, an out in his last at-bat. Big moment here once again. 1 strike, 2 outs. Got to get your man. Send in, and that'll hit him! And they hit the batter, which will walk in the tying run. 3-3 game. 3-3 game here. He had 2 outs, no men on, and they've come all the way back. Wow, so tie game. And Compton doesn't look too happy. I'm not really sure what he could be complaining about. He hit the guy in. And now a big opportunity. So we have a tie game. Kitchener ties it up 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning by a hit by pitch. Tough. Salazar now. Salazar hit by pitch in his first at-bat and then struck out his second. He's now put in the spot where he could give Kitchener the lead. They're cheering. Pitch in. Strike. Off-speed pitch, top of the zone. We know he likes it there. Ready to go here now. Getting set. Pitch in. Strike on the outside, another off speed. He's got 2 strikes now. Back against the wall there for Salazar. Compton in what would be considered a pitcher's count, but who really knows going on here. Just trying to escape the inning. And that island might be shrinking out there on the pitcher's mound. Compton, who's pitched a great game, looking to just get to the bottom of this 5th. Move it along. Pitch in. Ball. Just a little too far. He goes back to the same spot. Salazar doesn't swing through it. And he'll step back in the box. Big moment here. We've pretty much had big moments since the start of this 1st inning where they scored. The first man on scored as he hit the first pitch. That one in high. And I got to say, that third baseman is getting in dangerously close. It almost looks like he's taunting the pitcher as he runs in. He's staring him down. He's shaking his hands. He's heading halfway down the line, and he knows the pressure is on Compton right now. Salazar versus Compton. That's the battle we're looking at right now. Pitch in. Swung on and through, and that'll be a big strikeout there. The game is tied up, but leaving 3 men on the bags. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 5th, or that'll finish up the bottom of the 5th and take us to the top of the 6th. We'll be back with you soon for that. All right, and we are back here with Liam Label ready to take us off. The catcher, 2 outs so far, looking to get this lead back. So they've held the lead since the top of the first inning, and now we're finally tied here, the top of the 6th. Big moments here. 3-3 game. What more can you ask for than an exciting game here in the quarterfinals on a Saturday night? They call for time. We did have a couple changes out there on the field. Grinberg in for Kitchener in right field is what I got. We got a new pitcher in as well. That went up high. That's some high heat, and that hit his elbow. So he's gonna throw it, and a hit by pitch. Just as the umpire kind of walks out a little bit, gives him a word. Babcock, who we saw warming up way back, is now into this game, and he's got that heat. And that heat just grazed the catcher Labolt's arm. So Jack McKenzie, number 35, the leadoff man, will be out. He's the man who's had a phenomenal game. 2 walks and a single he scored on in the first inning. But he's showing bunt, but that pitch is coming in hard. He manages to pull off for the bunt. He manages to pull off the bunt and get a ball out of that. But this will be an interesting one for Jack out there. He's taking on a power arm there on Kitchener and Babcock. That one in, and he's going to lay down bunt again. He's going to let a strike. Maybe that one didn't look like it was exactly over the plate, but got in there. Braden Babcock, the hard-throwing lefty. Pitch in. That one swung on and right through, and that's that speed that you can use to your advantage. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I got to imagine Kitchener's pretty ecstatic that they managed to tie that game up, because now they're able to come into this like it's a fresh game. Top of the 6th, only 2 innings left if we don't go to extras. And they've got their hard-throwing lefty reliever out there to try to take care of the other team. That one in there swung on and right through, and that'll be a strikeout that McKenzie did not look confident about. And that'll be his first out of the game. He won't be heading to the base paths. Instead, he'll be heading back to the dugout. There is that hit batter, Labolt. But you got to imagine, hit by pitch, getting grazed by a absolute gun of an arm. Doesn't feel good, but gets you on the bag against a tough hitter. Or a tough pitcher, I should say. 1 out. Now we got Penvalar. That one in for a strike. And I got to say, a little bit of a swagger out on the mound there by Babcock right now. Braden looking to get his 3 outs here and send his team to the offense, to the bottom of the 6th. Pitch in there hard. That one for a strike over the plate. Nice pitch. It's not even a swing there by Ryan. Ryan has a strikeout, a ball, and a single. He's got a colorful score sheet up here in the high button booth. And he's going to send that over to first. That one's going to be a pass ball. He's going to run him over to second. He holds his head like, why did I just do that? He's going to take that turn to third. He'll stop up, but now we've got a runner in scoring position, 1 out against Babcock. Off of what was kind of considered maybe a last-minute decision, just to whip that thing over there off the glove, and gets way by on the right field foul ground. And I don't know if that's going to anger the big man out on the mound or what, but he was holding his head in his hands there for a second after that initial throw. Got to focus up here, get the batter. He's got 2 strikes, 1 out. Man on second behind him. Pitch in. High. That'll be a ball there. 1-2 count. Ready to go here. Take his time. Looks back, and time called. Strategic time call by Nolan Ryan down there, perhaps. There's a little frustration out on the mound by Babcock. I think our guy Babcock's used to getting what he wants there, and that one swung through, and that'll be another strikeout. So he does end up getting them. 2 strikeouts here for Babcock. 1 hit batter.
The designated hitter, Gabe Penalver.
Penelver now up there. Penelver has a walk, an RBI single, and a traditional out. So he's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Looking to put his team in the lead here. A single through the right side would be a scored run. That went in for a ball to start off. But you're facing off against Kitchener's best at the 22U level. And you could even say Ontario's best, as this team beat out every other Ontario team to be here today. That went in, high ball. Gonna be going again here. Getting set. Ball in. That one, ball high. So 3 balls to start off this batter. All kind of touched in around the zone, but nothing over the plate and nothing swung through. Interesting position here for Babcock. Looking to get that 3rd out. That one thrown in, and that one will be a walk. 4-pitch walk. After the 2 strikeouts, he's get the 4-pitch walk. Now it'll be Tyler Taylor up there.
Number 64, first baseman, Tyler Taylor.
Taylor now looking to be the hero here. Give his team a lead. Getting ready to go now. That one in there, swung on. A little bit of a low cut there. If that was a golf swing, that drive might have gone a couple 100 yards. Different sport, though. 1 strike, 2 outs. Babcock just looking to get to the end of this one, give his team a good spot. Through there, swung right through on a nice power swing. That one a little straighter and a little better cut there by Taylor, but still not able to make any contact, as that'll be 2 strikes. Back against the wall, 2 outs. Will Big Braden Babcock get out of the 2-runner situation here in the top of the 6th inning? Finds the pitch he likes. In. Swung on, fouled back. Another big cut down there. Game hasn't been too chippy out there, I must say. We've seen a couple chippy ones so far this weekend, but this one's been relatively clean, aside from a few of those chirps on the Kitchener side. Not much frustration, but right now we see the manager heading to talk to the umpire. I'll try to be an eye in the sky for you high button viewers at home. Heads out to talk to the other umpire here, so we wait. Two strikes, 2 outs. I don't think this could be a pitch count thing. They give each other the patented umpire head nod, all in sync. Head back to their positions. He's talking to the player now, and still not really sure anything's exactly been resolved here. No one seems too upset down there. So we might be all right. Maybe I'll get a word after the inning as to what exactly that was. But as of right now, no harm, no foul. Umpire will get us set here once again. And we'll see. 2 strikes, 2 outs, no balls. Pitch in. Swung through, and that'll be the strikeout. So 3 strikeouts for Big Braden Babcock out on the mound. Babcock will be calm, cool, collected, headed into the Kitchener dugout as they look to take the lead. All right, and we are back here as Connor Ellsworth, the man who was playing third, has now switched into the pitching position here for the PEI All-Stars. Looking to gain a lead for his squad. That one in there, it'll be a ball low. So, Ellsworth now at the mound. Ellsworth with a big windup and he hits him. No, he doesn't. Sorry, he just moved out of that one and he was a left-handed batter, so pretty tough angle here as we are on this side, obviously. And he moved like he hit him down there, so fair enough. Ellsworth still has that clean sheet. That one, nice strike down the middle. Polson will be batting. Polson's got a strikeout and a walk, and he ended up stealing off that walk, so he's out on the base paths a little bit there earlier. That one in there, swung on and a nice hit down over to the right side. That'll bounce and it'll be a long single. He's going to run right through that one. So that'll be a leadoff single here for Polson, and that'll bring Pollard to the plate. Will Pollard, who has a walk and an RBI, looking to add another RBI and give his team the lead here in the bottom of the sixth inning. All right, as we wait here, man on first, no outs. Kitchener looking to take their first lead of the game. Pitch in, that one high. And now they're getting real loud over in the Kitchener dugout. They're trying to officially enter the mental game now that the starter is out. Starter Compton avoided the bases loaded. He allowed one in to tie it up there in the bottom of the last inning there, but avoided giving up the lead. That one, the runner's going from second. That one fouled back to the right side. They're going to have to run after it. Looks like it could be in play. Has a shot at it. Misses it just by about a foot on the right side. And viewers at home, remember that one if it comes back, because that could have been a note there, and a tough out for sure. But it was in play, and he did almost have a glove on it. So you got to remember those ones, whether they're good or bad. This 3-3 game with a trip to the semifinals tomorrow on the line. I don't think any of these boys will be wanting to catch the late flight out of Dartmouth tonight. I guess the Kitchener boys will be the only ones flying out. PEI guys would most likely be taking that three-hour drive home. Is that what it is? Move over to first. That one tagged up. Oh, and he thought he got him. That was a bit of a close one. Nice little play over at first. No dice. Still good. All right, ready to go here once again. One ball, one strike. And this is when things get real testy and real emotional. That one going to run again. He's going to make that throw to second, and it looks like it'll be much too late. They're able to keep that ball, though. So runner to second with no outs. Scoring position here for Kitchener, and that's a big steal. Polson doing pretty good there. So now these boys have that lead in their sights now that it's 3-3. PEI, who's been leading all game, gave it up the bottom of the last inning, and now we're going to step off the mound and have a little break as want to make sure they're on the same page. All right, and we are ready to go here once again. Get ready to go. Runner's going to try to steal third. That one's going to be fouled to the right side. Or no, won't be fouled. It'll stay good, and it is. And they're going to make it over to third. What initially looked like it was going to go foul stayed in, drops in. But that reasoning for the foul, the potential foul on the right side there, what they were kind of worried about, they were worried about they would have got that down. The runner held up at second. Won't end up mattering, so now they got men on the corner with no outs. So he probably could have scored off that if he would have taken off right away. He had the steal, but he stopped up thinking it might be caught. It was not caught, so he was able to move over to third, but not able to catch that or cash in that leading run. That's oh so crucial here with only 2 more bottom of the innings to get there. But right now we have a big spot here. Blake Jacklin, the center fielder, has men on the corners. Sent back over to first, and that's a risky play to make to that first baseman, because if that ball goes by, you have a chance at sending that third guy. We've seen lots of pass balls get deep into that foul territory, and you have given that guy on third a chance to just run on home scot-free. You got to make them work for it at this point. These are nationals, right? And they do, and that's what I was just saying. It goes by, and they're able to run it home. And what I was just saying just happened on the next pitch. They try to make that play over to first. They miss it, and now they are down by 1 run here in the bottom of the 6th. And I don't want to say that might be the best call of my baseball commentating career, but I've only done a couple games before this, so I'm going to have to say it was, because it's just not worth it. Let that guy go to second. You've got no outs. You've got to just at least battle. You can't let that guy from third just run on home. And like I said, we had seen so many get into this massive right foul area that it did not take much for that ball to just get by into the gravel, the crusher dust on the right side. Score from third, man on second, no out now, and they're looking to add to this lead. That one tries to lay down for a bunt. No good. So Kitchener, after trailing all game long, ties it up in the bottom of the 5th, takes the lead bottom of the 6th. And they've come all the way back. Pitch coming in now. They're going to try to lay down that bunt. Nice, beautifully laid bunt down the third base. They're going to try to get that throw over. Going to miss it, and a big collision over on first base. And it's going to go by. And now the runner's going to score from second. And they're going to run over to third. The collision at first. And now they have a man on third. No out, leading by 2. The Kitchener bench is going absolutely wild. And 5-3 now. A huge collision at first base. And that is what a turn of events here. And people say baseball's predictable, and the last little bit has been anything but predictable. To recap, we have one of the managers here heading out to the field, and it looks like everyone's just got to take a few breathers to calm down after what just happened. What I initially said, they tried to make the play over to first. And we have some chatting down there, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. And you can kind of see some frustration by some of the infield players that they've been battling hard PEI to get to this point where they had the lead. And now with no outs in the bottom of the 6th, they're down 2. And they'll only have one shot at it to come back, because it'll be the top of the 7th is where they've got the look. So now officially backs against the wall here as the umpire and the manager talk down there. But like I said, tried to make the play on first. Got past, so that scored the 1 leading run. And then the next one, they get the ball down on a bunt. The third baseman tries to throw it over to first, gets it to the player. It was going to be a very close play. It wouldn't have scored the run. I don't think he would have been safe. It looked like it would have been out. It looked like he was going to beat the call. But a massive collision at first base, which you don't see that often considering, caused that ball to just go right by, and that runner who was at first base in the collision got up, dusted himself off, and booked it over to third base. So now they've got a runner on third, 2 runs in, no outs, and they've got big Eric Martin up to the plate. Someone down there yells, "This guy's scary," and we'll see right here how scary he is. Ground ball scores another one, they're yelling. They're just trying to get these runs in, trying to build up that lead, as PEI will now have to fight at the top half of the 7th inning to try to get this back. And you can see some of the body language down there. The PEI squad not exactly the excitement they've had all night long when they were leading, so they're going to have to come back here. That one in there for a strike. Martin gonna wait for his pitch. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, man at third here. And we've officially outlasted the carnival to the left as the lights have gone down over there. Lights still on here at Beasley. That one an infield hit over to the first baseman. That'll score the run. So Martin gets the RBI. He will get the out. But that is now 3-run deficit. So 6-3. 6-3 on the board. Number 52, Simon Greenberg, up to plate. He's got a walk and 2 outs so far in this game. Ready to go here. Greenberg waits for that pitch in. That one sent up. Shortstop's going to have to make a nice little running play out there, and it's going to drop down for a bloop single. So in between the shortstop and the left fielder, shortstop had a nice little run on it, but not able to quite get that arm over the head and haul it home. Worth has some speed out there, good positional reading, but couldn't get to that one. Ready to go here once again.
Number 58, shortstop, Tyler Henriquez.
So it'll be Tyler Henriquez who will be up to bat now. That one will be to the outside of the plate. And the island's shrinking out there on the pitcher's mound. The lead extending. And all that Ellsworth wants to do right now is get out of this inning. He's going to make that move over to first again, not in time. He does have the double play on the table, so get it to second there, and you have a chance here to end this inning right now, but going to need to get that pitch out. Going to need to put it over the plate. That one in there, inside, nice little strike there. One ball, 1 strike now, 1 out. And now that one tries to go to the opposite side of the plate, won't get that call. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Looking ready to go here. Batter set. Modest lead, and they're still going to make that play or that pitch over to first. Not really getting too close. Just trying to keep him modest, I guess. Like I said, I thought that was a modest lead, but wants to keep him there, keep that double play ball alive. Right now, you got to focus on that batter too, though. That one in there, that one swung on over to the right field. Looks like he's got a good read on it over in right. He's got it. Gonna throw that back in, keep him at first. So that'll be the second out, and a big out there for Ellsworth and the PEI squad.
Number 37, third baseman, A.J. Carosas.
AJ Carosas up to bat now. Carosas has a double, another infield hit, so 2 for 3. Good game by the third baseman there. AJ trying not to be the last out for his team here, as they've officially gotten the lead, and they're going to be pushing PEI to fight the top half of the inning, but they're trying to keep this inning alive, add as much as they can. Sent in there. That one, 2 balls, 1 strike. Waiting for this next pitch. The nice long stance in the box. Waiting for it to come in. That one swung right through. Yells that hack was girthy down there. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Got a couple laughs from his teammates. Pitch in there, and that one, a nice strike right down the middle. 2-2 count now, 2 outs. Ready to go here once again. Gets into the stance. Carosas, the long O. That one held on over to the left side, fouled back, so 2-2 count still. And I gotta imagine, regardless of how this at-bat's gonna go, there's gonna be excitement from that Kitchener bullpen once this inning ends. Not much of a lead over at first. Looks like he's all right leaving him there. He is. That pitch in there swung on and through, so that'll be it. So 3 runs will make it a 6-3 game, and it'll be PEI's turn to try to get 3 back at the top of this one, or else Kitchener's headed to the semis.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for Team PEI, number 63, shortstop Dylan Worth.
All right, and we've got Dylan Worth in here now, leading off. Worth has a single in his first at-bat and a couple outs since then, and they'll be down to their last 3 outs in this one. PEI going to need to get rowdy and get pumped up here as they're facing off against big Braden Babcock, my mistake. That one with a nice hit over the top of the head, and that's the thing, all the way to the back. The warning track, they're going to be able to get in with a standing double, yes. So, a standing double to lead it off. He does a little shake of the hands. A little celebration there, and they'll have a man on second with no outs. So, you know what they say, the harder they throw, the further they go. And they'll be happy to get a man on in scoring position right away. That might get the boys pumped up a little bit here, but like I said, they're playing Braden Babcock, who has 3 power strikeouts against them last inning. So they're going to have to beat that if they want to stay in this game. Pitch in. That one swung through. Another hard one. That one's going to bounce down. It'll go behind. They're going to have 2 men on. It'll die in the outfield. So man on the corners with no outs now. And I believe, if I know anything about baseball, that in that dugout they were saying you're going out swinging and you just need to make any sort of contact because he's throwing hard and that'll catch these guys off. And that's exactly what happened to that second baseman there on Kitchener, as Polson, who's had a great offensive game, had that one it was about to go into his glove. It didn't quite make it, and then it fell under the glove, allowing the runner at second to advance to third and a clean runner at first. So, tying run at the plate.
Number 81, the pitcher, Chase Gaudette.
Chase Gaudette at the plate. Ready to go. That one in high. That'll go for a ball. So like I said, tying run at the plate. In there, that one tried to bunt away. They're going to have to get down for that one. Babcock sends it over, and that'll be just out. And they were trying to stay safe. They got freaking out down there. Is the coach, and frustration on the player and the manager. His manager's now yelling, or getting, not yelling, but getting up there, saying to the ump, I thought he was safe. I mean, fair enough, the first base coach, might have a little bias in there, but regardless, it was a close call that goes Kitchener's way, and that's 1 out. Tying run still at the plate, as that did advance the runner, and now we've got the pitcher who just gave up a couple runs, Ellsworth. So he could make up for a couple of ones he gave up. Ellsworth waits for that to come in. That one's going to bounce in. It's going to be past the catcher. He's going to try to run home, make that run happen, and they're going to get it. So they'll get 1 run. Runner will move on to third, and now it's a 2-run game. So they're able to cash one in. 1 on third with 1 out. All right, so Ellsworth still up there. That ball gets by. That one thrown in hard for a nice strike. Waits once again, Ellsworth. In, swung right through on that one. All right. 2 strikes, 1 ball, 1 out here. Babcock trying to make it happen here. Get that second one. That one swung right through, and a big one on Ellsworth. So 2 outs. And the game on the line right here. And Label will be up to plate. The 9-hitter Label, the catcher, who was hit by pitch on his last one. The season comes down to this. Liam Label. Trying to keep this PEI All-Stars season alive. We've had a good fighting tournament. This one, high. And you got to remember, a little bit of a difference here is some of these teams have been playing together all year. This PEI team was thrown together with all the best players from the island. So maybe it doesn't have that team chemistry, but it seems like down there they really want to win for themselves right here. Nationals on the line, swung through. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Getting ready to go here. One ball, 1 strike. That one, strike over the plate, and it could be here. This could be the last pitch. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A trip to Nationals on the line. Label awaits the pitch. Babcock, set, through, held off. Oh, pitched, just held off on with a check swing from the gut by Label there. Now he's got to reset here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We come back. Pitch in, through, and that'll be it. Kitchener will head on to the semifinals tomorrow. And calm, cool, collected out there on the mound is Babcock as he heads for a quick fist pound. And the team will be heading on to tomorrow. The PEI All-Stars put up a great fight. They were winning all the way until the 5th inning here tonight, where they gave it up a couple runs and they weren't able to come back against the strong arm of Babcock and the offense that powered through at the bottom of that 6th inning. So we'll see our handshakes in the MVP ceremony, and as the local time of 10:51, we'll be heading out of Beasley Field here, set for tomorrow, a day of semifinals and finals, as a national champion will be crowned.
This presentation of the player of the game is brought to you by McKeegan Hebert.
So we'll await our player of the game presentation.
National Baseball Championship. On behalf of our sponsor, Keegan Hebert, Mark Raptus will now present the player of the game award to Ben McDougall of Team Prince Edward Island.
And Ben McDougall, single hit, or so 2 hits, a walk, and an out there for McDougall. He'll get the MVP for PEI. And there you go, AJ Carosas, who had a couple of fans in the chat here today. I think fans saying how to get that name pronounced, and he'll win the MVP. So great game for him. Carosas down there, double, another hit later in the game, and a couple of great plays over at third. He'll take home the MVP award, and that'll do it here for High Button Sports. Appreciate you tuning in. We have our 2 quarterfinals done for the day.